everybody. It is episode, what are we on? 256, and we're live on YouTube, and it's that time again now, everyone. It's cold, man. I'm so cold. I thank God for this this jacket. It's so warm. It's like, it was so hot when I was wearing it on the day, and now I'm like, I needed this. I needed the warmth. Anyway, welcome. Hopefully I can be here to warm the cockles of your hearts whilst you help warm my inner body warmth with excitement and activity based on the things we're going to talk about because, oh my God, Wolverine. We'll get to that later. Daniel, look at the date. It's the 25th of September. Give your head a wobble, all right? We're not turning the heating on the 25th of September. Have a word with yourself. Hi, welcome. We got Ian Graham say hello everybody. Sorry, you said hello, Lucy. Hello everyone. Hello. We have Boxy Cat on the mod duty saying hi. Oh, still even saying hi to me. Saying hi to Rob and Terence who are here in the chat as well. Robert War saying hello, and Terence also somewhere here. I just can't see you right now. We've got Rich Gamer on the mod duty saying hi. We've got Chris J also saying hiya. Dusty saying hello. There you are, Terence with a wave. Hello. Good to see you. KRPT. Daniel, you need another one of these. No, I forbid it. Shan't even read that out. Absolutely preposterous behaviour. What is this? Members only live stream. Wow, I can live stream just to my members? It's kind of nuts. Jamie is saying, hello. It's that time of year when Lucy stubbornly denies herself heat from central heating and wears clothes indoors. Exactly. That's what one must do. I'll do it in December. My friends were like, Lucy, you need an intervention. This can't be the way you have to live. So fine. It's too much to do it now, okay? So I'm also just sorting out my my slippers because you gotta have your feet warm as well. All right, so there's lots to discuss today. Lots of things have happened in the world of gaming, which is good news for me because then I have things to talk about. I don't know why I've got. Well, I do know why I've got my hood on, but I just really want to have my hood on. Although my hair is okay today, so maybe we can be all right. I feel like I need one of those like signs that you put on lifts that say like forgive my appearance, I'm under construction. I just want to walk around with a little sign that says like forgive my appearance, my bathroom's under construction. It's awful. I'm trying to sort out when the next guy is going to come. And it's like I have to go to the office for a workshop next week for 3 days. So obviously I'm like I need to go to the office. Can you do the days that I don't go to the office? So I haven't heard back from him yet. So we'll see. But yeah, so because I will be out next week for I've got a team dinner after work. We're gonna get steak. Is it gonna be AI steak? I don't know. I won't be doing the show next Thursday, so it will be on Friday, and then I guess I might be able to do an Indiana Jones at the weekend instead to make up for it, but no confirms because I don't know what I'm doing that weekend yet. So we shall see, but we'll time will tell. We'll figure it out. Wearing shorts and t-shirts. Oh my goodness. I'm here with no socks on one layer of clothes and no heat. Oh my God. I think in a weird way, the others around me, even though it didn't feel like it, they must have been contributing to the heat because I do feel a significant drop in warmth, and it's probably because there's no one above me and no one below me, so it's just me. So maybe that's what's happening. It's not normally this cold, but I'm feeling it. Dusty is saying that they've been a member for 32 months. Hooray! Love that. Maybe it was my anger that kept them warm. Them and me both, keeping it warm here in this cold, flat and redacted location of town. Right, do I have any housekeeping today? We do have the poll, so I do want to talk about the state of play. Leia, always got to check in on that state of play of what was your state of play rating? Is it pizza, lukewarm soup, or dishwater pasta? So far, 7% of you are saying dishwater pasta, 27% of you are saying lukewarm soup, and 67% of you are saying pizza. But we'll talk about that in the main bulk of the show. So save your tears for that part of the show. So I think that's the only, we spoke about when we're going to be next streaming. I will be streaming Indiana Jones tomorrow. I haven't decided if I'm going to work from home tomorrow or not. So time is probably dependent on that. But I'd like to start about 7:30 if I can. That would be great. It's that good pizza, that good pizza, Lucy, or your dad's detergent pizza. I don't think he dipped detergent in the pizza, thankfully, but he did put loads of baked beans on the pizza, which I don't think is quite the same. I don't think people normally have baked beans with their pizza, but my dad did. He would, I was born and bred on baked beans. God rest his soul, even though he's still alive, so maybe I shouldn't say that. But born on crackers and baked beans and raised on it. Apart from I was only raised on sweet corn for 2 years. And he was like, Lucy, you loved pizza, you loved sweet corn when you were 2. And I'm like, I've lived for far many more years not liking sweet corn than when I did like sweet corn, Dad. Let it go. Let it go. I don't think he meant to put the baked beans on the pizza, but he would just sloppily put all of the stuff like on the plate. So you put the pizza on the plate, and then you would like slop the baked beans on the plate too, and the two would like merge. So you would have a beanie pizza, and so it would be all soggy on the bottom. Putting beans on a pizza is the most British thing ever. He didn't care; he just slopped it on the plate. No, he put the washing detergent on the pasta that he. Well, it wasn't quite the pasta; it was the onion fell in the washing detergent, which then ended up in the spaghetti bolognese, whatever he made. No, it's not a topping; it's more of a side. But he just ended up topping the pizza with his lackluster sort of adding of baked beans to the plate. So sweet corn is the only food I cannot abide. Ugh. Marwan says hello, Lucy. Or says hey, Lucy. And Murray says hi. Hi. Good to see you. Fruit is against my religion. I always buy. I don't buy food often in my flat, but I do buy Pink Lady apples. That's like a staple in my fridge now. Makes me feel good about myself. Getting those Pink Lady apples. Right, there is something I do want to discuss with you all before we get into the main bits, because the date is the 25th of September, and that means that the member's birthday is coming up shortly. Your birthday is the same day as my mum's birthday. So, what is this? As soon as I click on the stream, I hear talking about beans merging with pizza. What a lovely start. This is how I, learnt to eat, with disgusting things like this. Thank you, Pippin Bam Bam. What is a Pink Lady apple? It's a brand of apple. I think it's my favourite brand of apple. You get the Jazzy apples, you get the Granny Smith apples. I like a Pink Lady apple. I think they're juicy. They're more of the red sort of kind. Pink Lady apples for me. And that I have one of those for lunch, if I remember to do that. Team Gala apples. What's a Gala apple? Pink Ladies are awesome. Have one every morning. We have Granny Smith. And I don't even know what a Gala one is. As long as apples aren't dark red and mushy, I'm all for them. Yeah. We can't have gross, mushy apples. Absolutely gross. They're the best apple. Macintosh all the way. I see what you did there, Terence. My dad used to buy apples that were like so small, they were almost conkers. And I was like, why have you bought these? Why are we eating these? These are gross. Royal Gala apple. I've not seen this. Apple slice with organic peanut butter. What a great snack. I should try that, because that's another staple I always have in my flat. I'll always have apples, hopefully, and I'll always have a jar of peanut butter. But you don't want me to make you a peanut butter sandwich, because I do double dip the peanut butter. This is what you can do. When you live alone, you can double dip whatever you want. You just have to remember when people come around what you have double dipped in, which is always the peanut butter. So there you go. That's My Disgusting Life for you. My Disgusting Life by Lucy Reid. I like a Pink Lady or a Bramburn. Foxy Cat doesn't even like apples. Pink Lady apples are the best. Always have them in my fridge too. I've got my apples in the fridge as well. And I put bread in the fridge. And I put eggs in the fridge. I don't know if you're supposed to put all those things in the fridge, but it's untidy otherwise. It has to be the kind of peanut butter with like 99% peanuts, not stuff like Skippies. Oh, well, I just get Sainsbury's Own. Drink OJ from the I don't actually have orange juice. Sometimes I get myself some juice. I do like a cold apple. That reminds me, actually. Let's get my drink going. So I don't have anything fancy to drink today, actually. But I do like to. I've another little tradition that I've decided to treat myself to is because I don't want to drink. I don't drink fizzy drinks a lot, but I feel like I've gone into like a bit of a bad habit of drinking fizzy drinks more than I used to. I used to never drink fizzy drinks. Then I started the show and I'd have like one fizzy drink a week. And then I started to go to work more often and people started drinking. And then I started having fizzy drinks more often. And I kind of just like, meh. So what I'm trying to do is just have a squash and save the fizzy drink for the show. If I go out, it's fine. Or maybe at the weekend if I've not gone out. That's kind of what I want to do. Otherwise, it's drinking water. Or I'll treat myself to a little bit of squash. So I brought a brand new squash because my other one ran out. And I've got fruit blends, no added sugar. I thought this was an interesting flavour. Cherry, plum, and raspberry squash. I don't know how that's gonna go down, but it's quite good because they do last a while. Like, I'm not drinking squash every day. Again, this is like my treat drink. It's if I fancy something a bit different, or sometimes, like, I don't know, when I go out for a walk and I come back and just feel really thirsty, I just like get myself a squash. No, so I've just got myself a normal glass of water. This is just a still water. Now, really, you should pour this in before you pour the water in, but I'm going to do it the other way around just because it's easier to have the water in the vessel first, because otherwise I have to go to the tap. So let's get this open. Okay. Oh. I don't know what flavour I'm getting here first. Plum is a strange... Okay, so we're going to go... You should go for like 3/4. I've probably gone quite strong here. So now we've got our squash. Oh, I have gone quite strong. That'll make all the difference, that little splash. I'm not sure. No, you don't need to stir it, Terence. Hell no. There's no need for stirring here. It just mixes. I'm not sure if the plum and the cherry... Maybe it's the cherry I'm tasting the most. I think it's serviceable. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. But I quite like that, because then that means it will last longer. Because this is my golden rule, everybody. Remember, I've told you this many times. This is the golden rule for Lucy living. Don't buy things you like, unless it's apples. That's a good thing to buy. But if it's a thing you shouldn't have often, buy something you kind of like, and then you won't be tempted to eat it or drink it as often. Because I sort of like, it's okay. I don't want another glass. But if I really want something to drink, I'll drink it. So it's fine. It's fine. What? Blood orange flavoured Vimto squash. Ooh, that does sound interesting. That's probably a little bit strong. M&S do fresh pink lady apple juice. Have I got to try this? Oh my goodness. But it's from M&S, so it's going to cost your mortgage to buy it. Oh my God, that sounds good. My favourite squash is butternut. I'm not sure if I've had that in a drink before. But yeah, I always just keep, lukewarm soup type snacks to hand. So they're there to have if I need them, but not there to snaffle the whole thing. You buy something you like, gone in a second. You're going to eat that whole packet. Let me tell you. So, yeah, with the housekeeping, we do have the member's birthday coming up in a couple of weeks. So, yeah, member's birthday is the 7th of October. I will be out with my mum celebrating her birthday that day. So, we are going to be doing the members hangout birthday stream on the 11th of October. Now, as it's the members hangout, I've written some notes here about what's going to happen on that. So I've got a plan. I've got to obviously do some bits. So I guess I'll do some work at the weekend to sort this out. But I'm going to put out like a registration form for the members to register your interest that you're going to be there. on the 11th of... I need to actually put, like, obviously I've been working, so it's a bit tough, but I am going to try and put a plan together. It's going to be a longish stream, so I'm thinking either like a 4 or 5 p.m. start, but I just need to work out how many games. So I'm doing a variety stream. I do like doing those when it's a special occasion. So I've got a couple of games to get through. And for the members, you can register your interest, so you're going to be there, because those that are going to be there will play a role in what gets picked to play next. But obviously, I want to make sure that the people... Because I want to put you all on like a roulette wheel. So like, I'll spin the wheel... Your name will come up and you'll get to pick which game out of the ones that I've selected comes up next. But I need reassurance that you're going to be there, because otherwise it's going to be really tough to like grab people's names out of the chat or whatever. So yeah, I will sort that out, and hopefully we'll have a merry old time celebrating the... Sorry, I've gone off screen because I've gone to sit on my legs. Celebrating the members hangout, hopefully playing lots of games, doing it for... Sorry, my laptop's really dirty. Just to give that a little... It's all just, I don't know, just general rubbish, toothpaste or something. Yeah, so that's going to be hopefully fun. So hopefully you could be there. Obviously, the stream is open to everybody. But yeah, I'll probably start off with a game that I'll just pick to begin, and then we'll go down the list and see how far we get. So it should be chill, should be fun. Maybe I'll buy cake, bring cake too. And then we will have the members hangout on the Sunday after that. So we'll be having fun on Saturday and then hanging out with the members on the Sunday. It's a weekend extravaganza of birthday treats. So hopefully you can make it. But yeah, I'm going to try and set some time aside at the weekend to put up a post. I've got to make the assets and all of that stuff. So that will be done too. So exciting times, hopefully. And hopefully you've had some fun, exciting times this week. So I will kick it over to you guys for clip of the... sorry, highlights and alerts of the week. Lucy, do you collect anything? Dust. That's what I collect. I don't really... I'm very boring. I don't buy anything. I have no interests to part with money for objects. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I do collect platinum trophies actually. That's that. Yeah, I collect digital things, I guess. I don't know. I just don't really. I do seem to collect controllers. I guess I do collect controllers because I have quite a lot of controllers, and it's a bit insane. But I feel like, to me, I'm not collecting. I'm just buying them because I want to use them. But then I'm like, oh god, it's now become a problem. How do I charge them all? Yeah, Saints Row 4 is pretty bad. We're going to talk about it later. I always shop at Iceland. It's really cheap. I don't have an Iceland near me, actually. I don't know where my nearest Iceland is. I have to look into that. Okay, yeah, so the highlights and lowlights of the week. Yeah, let's start with you guys, and then we'll flip it back to me. So Terrence is saying highlight, locking it down with Lucy, and indie stream, lowlight, Moody XP. Yes, thank you for tuning in, yes, to the Indiana Jones stream on Monday. Sorry it brought the Moody XP out of me. I don't know, I guess this game just rubs me up the wrong way, and I think it's because I want to like it, so it winds me up when I don't like it. I was trying to explain this to a friend. I was like, it's just not my type of game, but I feel like it's exciting at the same time, or at least the bits I like, I really like. The bits I don't like, I really don't like. So I might just drop the difficulty down just to save myself a headache and save you guys having to listen to me be a big, moany, bad person, which I don't like when that side of me comes out, but sometimes I just get frustrated. I don't know how to control myself. Jamie says highlights, lock it down with Lucy and the indie streams, and it's week 1. Oh my god, 1 week until Ghost of Yotei. Wow, you're right, that's really crept up on us. Oh my god, am I playing Ghost of Yotei next week? I don't know if I am. I'm not prepared. I feel like I had a lot more time to go. I'm not ready. Lowlights, the random weather in the UK. Yeah, the weather is very random. Thank you for sharing. Ian McGraham says, look at WC and indie streams as per. Thank you for enjoying the streams, even though I'm very badly behaved. I'm sorry, I just have a lot of feelings that I find hard to control. I've pre-ordered the Ghost of Yotei soundtrack and have the game preloaded. Oh, nice. You're ready. I am nowhere near ready. I can't even believe it's October next week, and that's freaking me out now that I've said that out loud. Goodness me. Like having to wait a week to play it on Amazon, annoying me with an order. Amazon. Why? Everything is awful. Everything wants your money for a bad service. Everything is awful. In 2025, 3, 2, 1, go. Have you heard the news? The subscription's going up. Everything good? No, everything sucks. If I had more time, I could carry on, but you get the drift. It's now everything is not awesome anymore. I hate to break it to you. Daniel's saying I liked indie, but puzzles annoyed me. So I get what you mean. It's not even the puzzles that annoying me. It's the combat that's annoying me. KRP TV says not many this week. One highlight was I saw a good play at the theatre last Friday. Very good. Lowlight. It did mean I had to miss last week's Looking Out Down with Lucy. That is okay. Your excuse. Go live life. We're always here for you, whether you can make it or not. We're here on VOD, or will we carry on next week? Apart from the weeks that I don't show up, or the weeks that I don't know when I'm going to show up, and everything gets shifted about. But other than that, I'm here, pretty much. And didn't get to tell you the highlights and lowlights from last week. Indeed. Well, thank you. It's great to have you here, KRP TV, and hope you are well. Maury says, highlight finished the no save knife plays only and speed runs through Resident Evil 1. Nice! Love that. That's super cool. I hope you enjoyed. Also, shout out, we got a new member, Gunler. Welcome to the XP Zone. Welcome to the club. Welcome to our club. Welcome, Gunler. I miss watching SpongeBob. That was such a vibe. I just want to have a weekend where I get to be like a young age again, just to remember what it's like. We used to just sit and watch SpongeBob, like have it on in the background like all weekend, and like if I was like drawing or whatever it is I used to do when I wasn't playing the PlayStation, it's just like SpongeBob would be on, and me and my brother would watch a wrestling pay-per-view together, or go outside, I guess. Outside. Or you just play. Or you just go and have a sleepover around your friends, but you actually wanted to go for a sleepover. Now if someone says, do you want to sleep around? I'm like, absolutely not. I want to go home and sleep in my bed. Although now I want to sleep in my bed. Then I might be like, yes, please, I'd love to sleep anywhere else but here. But there's also just like, I just want to go home at the end of the day. I just want to get in my pajamas and just just do what I want to do, and don't have to be like, when you were a kid, things were just simpler, man. Chris J says, highlight, I have tomorrow off work, lovely. And Lowlight, had to ride an ambulance last week, steak got stuck. What does that mean? But I hope everything is well with you, Chris J. It's nice to see you here today. Dusty B70 says, highlight, ordered my first new phone in 5 years. I hope you enjoy it. Lowlight, it was expensive, absolutely. And then highlight, absolutely no hint of any new phone setup stress here. That's half the fun. I'm glad to hear it. I actually have a lowlight on behalf of somebody else that got a new phone this week. So I hope you enjoy a new phone, and I'm glad it's all going well. My friend, this is why everything sucks, everybody. The state of the UK is really bad. I mean, I'm sure it's bad on lots of places as well, but I'm just like, damn. My friend, she bought an iPhone, went to the iPhone shop, came out of the shop, some guy just ran and literally ripped the bag, not even ripped it out of her hands, just ripped the bag and ran off with her brand new iPhone. She had it for a minute. She got the CCTV back, and it said, oh yeah, this guy was watching you, he followed you, he ran and ripped the bag out of your hand and he ran off. Like, she hadn't even opened the phone, like, and now she's in a battle with Apple to claim the money back, but they're like, no, you can't do it because you haven't set it up yet. And she's like, set it up, I never even want to open it. Absolutely crazy. I mean, I guess when you think about it, like, that's not insane that people are like, oh, people might come out of the Apple store, really expensive things, and I just nick it off them immediately. God, but this is the world we live in. You have to be careful just coming out the shop. Oh, well, hopefully she gets that sorted. What a nightmare. Feel bad. Damn. Robert Walters highlight, got my 210th platinum, very good, and my 30th of the year in Thief. It was an ultra rare, which was nice. Congrats! And the indie streams and Locking It Down, Lucy, thank you so much, and congrats on your shiny. Love that. Doing great work, Robert War. Turns out I'm vitamin D deficient and my back muscles have betrayed me. Is that good? Well, I know it's your low light, but does that mean it's that good that you know now? Like, obviously it sucks, but does that mean you know how to, like, make it better? Because I have some vitamin D gummies and they're actually quite tasty. I'm sure that's like a really easy way for me to fix your problems. But I hope all is well and you're going to be on the mend soon, Robert War. Lazzy Fires Solo almost done with Final Fantasy VII OG's Ps, 1 platinum and a short week. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Out of challenges did everyone who took part in the duck stream get their shiny, says Dusty? I think so. I think everybody did. I hope so. But yeah, that was good fun. We don't no more duck cam. We did it. Aaron Solomon says hello. Hello. Very good to see you. Indie Comic gets easier as you level up. Okay, good to know. Oh, one of us. You get to join the members' birthday and the members' hangout next month, and you get to watch all the members' videos, which one will be coming out at the end of this month. Yay! So you can actually vote. You can actually write as well. You can submit a members' topic as well if you are so inclined. SpongeBob is still on sometimes. It was on Channel 5 last I knew. See, I just don't watch TV because I don't have TV. So I just can't watch SpongeBob. So it just doesn't happen. Fabio says, low light on Tuesday. My dad fainted at work and he was hospitalised. Highlight, my dad came back home yesterday and Lucy's 2 stream. I love when the low light and the resolves itself in the highlight. Well, best wishes to your dad, Fabio. I hope that he is doing well. And thank you so much for the stream. Your friends might have a nice bathroom though. That is true. That could be. So, sometimes you just can't get a win. Sleep over at Lucy. You don't want to sleep here. You can't use the shower. It's bitterly cold. No one wants to be here. Oh man, imagine. It must be fun. I just don't know anything else. Oh, I was eating steak and it got stuck in my throat. Couldn't swallow anything, even liquid. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad you're all right now. That's crazy. Gosh, I'm glad it went well. It must have been kind of scary. Damn. Daniel says, highlight, got the Death from Above trophy in Battlefield 5. Nice. That's such a common name for a trophy, which is why when I read it, I was like, Death from Above? I know what that... Oh, no. Which 3 of my friends kindly sat through my awful plane flying. Yeah, we've all been there. Holy Stalker alert. Yeah, I know, it's awful. Well, she's got to get a new phone. Yeah, hopefully she'll get a new phone for free, you would hope. Like, it's also nuts that would happen, like, somewhat on their watch. Like, it literally happened outside their doors. And they're like, no. Like, that's kind of bad. That's why everything is awful. Shoplifters at Nisa are on the rise as well. Gosh. Also, I have to ask you a random question. Do I say this word wrong? So I'm going to say a sentence. On a weekday, I like to eat Kellogg's cornflakes. Tell me, please, if I've said anything wrong in that sentence or pronunciated something wrong. I just have to know. Robert Ward says, yes, I'm on massive dose of vitamin D meds once a week for the next 7 weeks to get me back to normal and may need to continue a lower dose after that. Well, hopefully that solves the thing for you. Must feel good. Hey Arnold Matters. What are we talking about? I don't know. How can you live without a TV? I just never think about it. I'm trying really hard to just do things, and I've lived without a TV for 3 years now. I just don't watch TV. And if I do need to watch something, then I'll just buy it on YouTube or just watch it, like get the thing on the streaming service that I need for that month, and then just cancel it. I don't just sit and watch TV, or I just go to my parents' house to watch it. Terrence says, I'm holding out on the Duck Shiny for next year, so hopefully go Boo Duck Day. Holding the spirit of Boo Duck Day, Terrence. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm into that. Oh, thank you, Maury, for being a member of the XP Zone. Thank you. Enjoying all the birthday shenanigans that will be happening in the next whiles. I will put a members only post out for you guys. What are we saying? I did say Kellogg's cornflakes, but did I say it right? Is it Kellogg's or is it Kellogg's? I think I say Kellogg's. Dodie Frill, thank you also so much for being a member of the XP Zone. Appreciate it, guys. I hope you enjoy the bits and bobs that you can find around. Oh, can I? Oh no. What am I doing? No, Kellogg's. Is it Kellogg's or Kellogg's? I don't know. Someone pulled me up on it, and I was like, "What? I don't know. Let's see. What are we talking about? I've lost my place. I've lost my place in the chat. On a weekday, I eat cinnamon squares. I love this. On a weekday, those people offer. No, because on a weekend you've got to eat a fun cereal. I mean, you can't have an enjoyable life if you're eating cornflakes at the weekend. Like, come on, live a little. I have bought Cocoa Pops, and that was a mistake because now I eat 2 bowls of cereal a day. I thought your pronunciation was proper southeast, bruv. Is it Kellogg's? It's not Kellogg's. It's spelled. So why would you use an A? Cali Logs. What? Kellogg. So it is Kellogg's. Kellogg's cornflakes. No, I say Kellogg's. I can't. You know what you can watch on YouTube, on TV now? I've watched Lockin and Lucy on the TV. That's nuts. That is nuts. Right. Thank you all for sharing, and thank you for. Does anybody else go if they don't know how to pronounce something? They go to that. They go to Google how to pronounce Kellogg's cornflakes or Kellogg. I don't know. I'm saying it wrong myself now. First video that comes up, you know exactly. Hello everybody. Today I'm going to tell you how to pronounce the word Kellogg's cornflakes. Kellogg's. It's always this guy. Hello everybody. Today we are going to be looking at how to pronounce the name Siobhan. Siobhan. Like, what a, he's doing a service, this guy. What a great guy. I literally always find him. So what have I got going on in my life? It's my life. It's now or never. Oh, right. So yes, my low light of the week. I mean, I want to click one X so badly just there. So last week I had to go to work for like a pretty long day. So I was out of my flat. And then I sat down at the weekend. You guys were kind of part of it. And the people upstairs came literally all weekend to, clear out the flat. There's the sofas outside now. They were doing it all weekend. So this week I've tried to work from home a bit more to just enjoy the peace of my flat. But yeah, that was pretty God damn it. But also good because it means that, they're going to have to get it done. We have no sin. We've got to be grateful for that. I think that's my only big low light of the week, really. Obviously, the bathroom stuff continues to take its time to work itself out, but what can you do? Oh my God, I've just looked at my highlights, everybody. I've actually got a really exciting highlight. I don't know why I said that. Guys, I've actually got a really exciting highlight for you. Oh my God, it's the most exciting highlight ever. I don't know why I've turned into Vicky Pollard. Yeah, but no. It's so exciting that I can't believe I'm going to say it because it's the most exciting thing that could ever happen to somebody ever. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm annoying myself doing that. Right, I'm going to build up to the exciting one. So, of course, I did get the platinum in the Duck Simulator last week, so that was pretty good. I also got the platinum in Saints Row 4. That was not so good, but we'll talk about that later. I also got the platinum in Endlings. 3 platinums. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'll pay you if you stop doing that accent. Don't give me evils, or however he says it. So 3 platinum's pretty good. The Endlings platinum, oh my God. So I was following Optimus' guide, but I didn't need to follow his guide to the letter because I didn't need to do everything. The game glitched on me right at the end. So I had to do something again. And I was like, oh my God, you're kidding me. So I had to replay the day to get the thing. So yeah, very happy that I managed to hoover up 3 platinums in the course of this week. So that's pretty good. But that's not the most exciting thing I've done this week. No, I've got more exciting things that I've booked. Get ready to hear this. I also did have a very nice party at work. They did a little 30th birthday party for PlayStation, which we'll see in a bit. But, sorry, I can't stop doing it now. I can't stop. I don't even know what my face looks like when I'm doing it, but I'm sure it looks silly. But all right. So, I'm going to the US at the end of October. And, I'm so excited. I'm about to say the words. And of course, Halloween in the US is pretty cool. Now, I'm not a big Halloween person by any stretch of the imagination. If I wasn't in the US, I would just sit at home with the lights off. I wouldn't do anything. I literally just don't care. That's I'm not decorating my house with pumpkins and skeletons. I think it's fun if you're doing something, but not so fun if you're not really doing anything. So going for Halloween, what can we do this time? We booked Six Flags Discovery Kingdom on Halloween. Oh my God. So firstly, I've not been to this Six Flags. I love a theme park, so that's going to be cool. I've been looking up what to do. Because I've booked the day off work as well. I'm going to be there the whole day. And so try and get on some rides, see some of the animals, and then of course the scare mazes. Now, I'm going with some friends, and we have to promise each other that we're going to take it in turns to go first in the scare mazes, because I'm not going to go first on every scare maze. That's not happening, all right? So I'm pretty... Or at least the good thing about going to a scare maze in the US is you know that no one's going to touch you because they don't want to be sued. So I will think about that. So, yeah, I'm excited to be at the park and see what it's going to be like and have all the scares and stuff. Like, the theme parks go big. There's also some good roller coasters there. Not as good as the one I went to last time, the Magic Mountain one. But I think the Joker's supposed to be good because, again, it's Six Flags, so it's the Warner Brothers and the kind of DC crossover that they seem to have, which is a bit weird, but whatevs. I guess because Warner Brothers does own DC, so that does make sense. So yeah, that's meant to be good. I think Medusa's good, but I'm not sure if the rides are as good as the other ones I said. So we shall see. But am I going dressed up? I haven't decided yet because obviously, what was it? I did dress up as a giant croc last year, or as somebody who said that. Are you going to dress up as a pickle again? Hey, look, there, she's a pickle. And I was like, I'm not a pickle, I'm a croc. But I don't think I can dress up as a pickle this time because it's going to be a bit bulky. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do dress up wise. I'm going to have to figure it out if there's something that's Lucy could dress up as a massive pink lady apple. Would that cross regionally to people in the other country? I'm not sure. Halloween Town or Hocus Pocus? Oh, I've not watched Halloween Town, so I think Hocus Pocus, or I haven't watched Hocus Pocus in ages, but it used to be the staple in my family homes. We would always watch Hocus Pocus. I'll put a spell on you, and now you're mine. That was such a song. I did that. Maybe I'll try and watch that again. I haven't watched that in ages, but I bet I'll watch it and be like, oh, it's not as good. But I'll put a spell on you, and now you're mine, or however it goes. Yeah, that was it. Hocus Pocus was the one. So yeah. Just remember that you say taco wrong. Taco. What? I don't know. No one's told me how to speak properly. So yeah, I'm so excited. I went to Alton Towers. I think I remember I was doing the show during Halloween. But that's the only time I've ever gone to a theme park during Halloween was at Alton Towers. But even that was kind of like limited because it was Halloween time. Oh, sorry, COVID time. But yeah, riding the rides at night, so that's pretty exciting. So very happy to have booked that, and that's all I'm doing. That's my one big thing. So that's my exciting thing. So thank you. I hope to get a good clip of the week for you, because obviously, as you know, clip of the week's been pretty dry recently because I'm trying to save money so I can paint my bathroom. I'm gonna paint my bathroom, but it's for the best. So right, let's go to clip of the week. So as I mentioned, they did a little party at PlayStation for PlayStation's 30th anniversary, 30th birthday, and it was so good, guys. I feel like I should just play the clip and then we can talk about it, because the nostalgia is so good. Right, let's roll VT. Please enjoy clip of the week. We of course have the range of 30th anniversary goods here. My beautiful controller, although missing the portal though. The portal is missing from this, but I get it. Let's go celebrate 30 years of PlayStation. What the hell is Sonic Dream? I'm not going to play this right now, I just ate lunch. Got the grab machine. Look at this. PlayStation everywhere, it's so cool. Found my boy Sonic. I mean, oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. Crash Bandicoot, there he is, that's so cool. I saw Aloy up there. But I'm glad we're remembering our OGs. This is pretty cool, these TVs here. They've gone all out for this. It is pretty cool. they did such a good job with that. That was so good. That was a little cake pop that they made, little cake pops. Like, they were playing the 90s tunes all night. And it was, it's so weird because obviously I was born in the 90s. It's like such a weird thing. I was born in the 90s, but I don't really feel an affinity. I've never felt an affinity to the 90s. So I always felt that the 2000s were like my time because that's when I was like more cognitively aware of being alive. But there's something about the 90s that I sort of like, I don't know, feel this like connection to. Maybe because now it feels so far away. It does, and it has a very sort of like, it has got a feeling that you can bottle up, and that feeling was there. Like it's PlayStation. It's of course like, you know, girl bands, boy bands, that kind of thing. So they were like playing. What was that song? Oh man, it's that song Iris. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'll understand. What was the music video for that? The music video was he's like looking through a telescope, right? And then there's like also a movie tie-in, right? That's like such a Target song. That's music to shop to at Target. But yeah, they're playing that. And there was also I'm loving angels instead, and through it. Oh, that was playing. What else was going on? Oh my! It was just like, damn, this is such a time. And what? So from City of Angels soundtrack, I see. I was born in 1986, so 90s was my childhood. Yeah. All Star was movie tie-in with with Mystery Man. What is that? Okay, so it's Iris Goo Goo Dolls. I see. Yeah, that was such a vibe. But yes, they were playing all the classic tunes, which I was like, damn, this is pretty good. What was that other one? There was another one that came on, which was like, and then Rue gave me such a good fun fact. He said that the woman that says something at the beginning of this song is the same woman that sings It's Raining Men. Oh, I was meant to remember this fun fact, but I can't remember what the song is. What is it? I don't know. Damn it. But yeah, so they had done so much stuff. And this is what I managed to get from my time there. So there was obviously, no, so she sings It's Raining Men, but then she does like a voice, like she lends her voice for the beginning of a different song, but only for that beginning bit or something. Damn it, I can't remember. Anyway, so they had a few little like prizes. Obviously, I didn't win anything from the grab machine, but you could win little Astrobots from there. But I did get to myself a little tote bag. Look at this. This is actually really cute. My only thing is like, it's quite small, so I don't really know what's going in it. But I suppose maybe it's like if you were going to, I don't know, take a control around a friend's house or something. If you want to like party up with a co-op partner, you can bring it in this, I suppose, because there's not much depth to it. There's obviously it's quite thin here, and you don't have much handle space. So you can't really. Well, I guess you can put it on your shoulder. But yeah, this is super cute. I feel like I just never use tote bags because they never have the depth I need. But I feel like this would be really nice to like put PlayStation like cables or something and keep things nice in. So managed to get that. Also managed to pick up these. You're right. I could put my Pink Lady apples in it. Very good. Also, they had these little 30th anniversary pins. And these are so cute. I want to put, because I've got a little bag. I think you might have seen it when I go on holiday and stuff. I have my little like cross bag that I wear, and I like to put pins on that. But when I was I think it was in Greece, I lost my Fall Guy pin. It just came off somewhere. So I really want to put one of these pins on my bag, but I don't want to lose them. Look at the sweetness, as my grandma would say. Look at these. I love the memory card. The memory card is my favourite. Look at it. It's so... I love it. My problem is if I love something too much, I don't want to use it. I want to lock it away, which is not really what love is about, isn't it? You should share your love. But I love it too much. That's so cute. So yeah, I might put it on my little tote bag. Do you know what? Someone asked me earlier, do I collect things? I would say if I wasn't going to collect anything, I probably would collect pins because they're small, which makes them easy to collect. And I do have a few of them, but it's just where to put them. And I guess it's like, I don't want to like lose a bag or something. But maybe I should start putting them on more things, because I do like a pin. So maybe that is what I collect. It's like a simple, easy thing, a nice little token from. I could do a pin display. I might have to look for inspiration. Save the memory card inside the game box. That's good. Yeah. So they did a lot of effort into that, which I thought was super cool of them. Also, I can't believe I called Crash Bandicoot Sonic. I think it's because I just haven't thought about Crash Bandicoot in a while, which feels awful. But I guess I have to talk about Sonic all the time. Sonic this, Sonic that. No, you never talk about me, Lucy, anymore. Wow, what happened? I thought we had spent more time together. I don't have a Crash Bandicoot, so all I can use is my hand. So yeah. Oh, what a time. So happy birthday, PlayStation. I also was trying to look through my old photo album to see if I had any pictures of me and my PlayStation. I sadly don't. I have more pictures of my dog with the PlayStation, because obviously the dog's on the floor and the PlayStation's on the floor. I kind of wish if I could go back in time, then I could just press rewind. If I go back in time, I'm like, Mum, can you take a picture of me and my PlayStation just so I can have it for posterity? But I guess it just wasn't something. I guess you didn't really think about things then like that. You didn't think like, I'm 10 right now. One day I'm gonna be 34 and really want a picture of myself with this PlayStation. I guess things are just things. What was the first PlayStation game I played? It was A Bug's Life on PlayStation 1. I know, right? Guess the next one. Yeah, I have to bring some Crash in here, because I probably played Crash more than I played Sonic, to be quite honest. But yeah, Sonic's got nothing to do with PlayStation, so there you go. Put googly eyes behind a Bob Schrockle, exactly. Aaron Bell says, I feel like I have such a connection with PlayStation. I've always had one, as I was born the same year it came out, and it's like I've grown up with it, and now I feel old. See, that's what I think is so wonderful. That's such a good story. So yeah, please share your 30 years of PlayStation story if you have one. Like, obviously I got mine, and I've just never had another console since, really. Like, we did get a Wii, but yeah, never had an Xbox, never really had a Nintendo console or any other thing. It's just always been PlayStation. So it has like, it's near and dear to my heart. And so when they do these like, events like this, I'm just like, wow. It's just like, this has been like, and 30 years is obviously a long time. And like you said, like a lot of us have grown up with it, and obviously things change, but I think it just puts it into perspective when 30 years has passed. Mum, can you take a picture of my PlayStation so I can show it on in about 20 years' time when I'm a YouTube star? Thanks. Yeah, I don't even have a PlayStation of me and my PS2. I mean, my PS3 is still with us. But yeah, I kind of just like, damn. I only have that picture of me with my my Game Boy, which I showed before. I guess I was more proud of my Game Boy. I suppose that's a lie. I did actually have a Game Boy and that was a Nintendo thing. But yeah. Weird that. Oh, I did have a Sega. Just telling loads of lies now. Don't remember my own life story. You need pins Ellie has in her bag from the last one. I think I do have those because they came with the collector's edition. Playing Jak and Daxter Precursor Legacy on PS2 for my 18th birthday. Take me back. I know. Skip to the end. What? Such memories. Like, it's weird to think back that, because we used to have the PlayStation in our dining room on the floor. Can you believe the place just sat on the floor with 4 children and a dog? What a nightmare. And then, yeah, you would just come down and my brother would be playing if he woke up early, or I'd play, and we'd have to, like, we had certain time. I don't think my parents were ever strict about how long we played. I don't think we ever had to ask. But I do think there was a certain time where it was like, okay, this isn't the time to play the PlayStation anymore. I think it's because my dad would go to work, because he worked quite long hours, and my mum would just sleep in. So the morning would be our time where we could like, so I think a lot of the morning we'd play the PlayStation, or maybe after lunch, but we never really played in the evening. So I think then the evening was like television time was for everybody. And of course, we were too young. None of us had TVs in our room. But when I was 10 years old, then I got my own room and I got the TV. And I moved the PlayStation up to my room. And I think the first game I played was Pong. It was like a Pong championship game. And then after that, it was like, oh, my brother would come into my room and he'd have to play, and I would just leave the room or whatever. But yeah, such times. And actually, I didn't even buy the PS2. My brother bought the PS2. So, meanwhile, kids now have a PS5 Pro in their bedroom. I know. Tell me about it. My first PS console I bought was a PS4. Wow. Jamie says, I had a PS2 when I was younger, then I had an Xbox 360 for ages, and last November I got my PS5 and came back to PlayStation. And it's good to have you back, Jamie. I got a PS1 for my 10th birthday. I still have all the games, but the console was the first one of mine that died. Sad times. I started late. I got a PlayStation late. The good thing is that I had to play a lot of games that were already classics. That's pretty good. Fabio says, my sister borrowed me the game Fighting Force. I love that. One of my PS1 favourites. But one day, the CD fell out of my bed. I accidentally sat it. I accidentally broke the CD and never told her this. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure I broke my sister's copy of Bruce Almighty. Or did she break it? Someone broke that copy of Bruce Almighty and no one knows why or how that happened. That was such a good film that we always watched and someone deprived us of happiness. Did I do it? I feel that's quite a destructive thing for me to do. That feels outside of my personality traits. And I liked that movie, so why would I punish myself? A mystery to this day. Who did break Bruce Almighty on DVD? We may never know. I reckon you did it, Lucy. I don't think so. That just seems... Or was it an accident? Maybe someone stood on it. Or maybe someone ran over the door with it. Who knows? There was one time, I do remember, where somebody stole some money from my mum. I can't remember how much it was. Probably like £1 or £2. We're not talking about like hundreds of pounds. We're talking about like just literally pound coins, like £1 or £2. And she lined us all up. And was like, who did it? Was it you? And I was like, no. What? The next person, was it you? No. And like nobody confessed to stealing this money. And I know it wasn't me. Like 100%. I don't know if we ever found out who stole that money. Like to this day. But I remember being like, come on, we can't do anything now because we all have to stand in this line in trouble. It's like being part of the Von Trapp family. So who knows what happened? Who did steal the £1 or £2? I can't remember. Mum just then split us up to then ask us individually or something. I don't know how she cracked the case, but I don't think she managed to crack the case. It was the dog thing. Yeah, because I remember that being really annoying. So I think it was like someone has done something now, and now the collective has to be punished. I was like, why? Funnily enough, I have a copy of Bruce Almighty that doesn't work properly. Not sure why. Might be a scratch on the disc or something. The dad and the dog took £1 each. Like, here you go. We'll split this. And Misty's like, thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it. And then they will both go off the pub. Probably could buy a pint for £1 back in the day, I imagine. Michael says, my PlayStation 2 is in storage, but 3 and 4 and 5 are in my room. Nice. Christian says, I'd say that 2004 to 2017 was the time where I was the most active as a gamer. I still play often, but it's not a huge hobby anymore. I used to buy multiple games on lunch break back in the day. What a time. The Bruce Almighty curse. And that is beautiful. What a film. I think I watched it when I was on holiday once. Not like here holiday. It came on the TV and they cut out the sex scene. And I was like, that's weird. They cut that out. Because I was trying to explain it to someone who didn't know it. And I was like, no, they just cut to the next day. And I was like, yeah, there's a really weird scene that I didn't obviously understand as a child that happened here. I didn't really know what was going on. But now I think I understand. I was like, oh, you'd hope I understand. Got my first PlayStation, a PS3 from my mate for 90 quid, bargain, nice. My parents offered me a PS1 Slim when I was 6 or 7 years old. Oh, I did have the PS1 Slim. What a time. So yeah, thanks for the memories, PlayStation. You'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. Luther, forevermore. God, you need a dusting, my friend. You need a good old dusting. Right, so let's just talk about PlayStation games. So I'm going to talk about, we need to talk about State of Play. We really do. But let's talk about Saints Row, because don't you just hate it when you're playing the PlayStation, but people think weird noises are coming from your room and you have to tell them, no, it's not what you think it is. God, imagine your mum walking past your room. What are you watching? I'm like, no, mum, I'm licking a door. Licking what? No, I'm licking a candy stick. What's going on? Copying the neighbours upstairs. That takes, no joke, 3 minutes of you just wild licking. And it takes 5 minutes if you don't have somebody else with you. You're just like pressing that button to do that. Anyway, let's talk about Saints Row 4, which I played with the mysterious co-op partner because we're like, you know what, GTA 6 is coming out next year. Why don't we play this? It's co-op. It'll be a laugh just to play before GTA 6 comes out. Let me tell you, it's anything but a laugh. I would say steer clear from this game if you are thinking about playing it, and definitely steer clear from it if you are going to play it in co-op, because it does not work. It is so buggy so many times. Things just... Also, I don't really feel like it's been set up to be a co-op game properly. Like, I don't really know if people really tested it, but the big thing that happened to us was at the end, there's like a bit with the final mission where you both have to like do this. There's a bit where you're diving down. And so you're diving down. It says land on the landing platform. Player 1 will land. Player 2 will just nosedive. Every time. Nosedive. Nosedive. And you just can't beat it. So what we had to do was I had to get that person to finish it. And then when they'd done that bit and got to a checkpoint, then I could come and join the mission and finish it off. I was like, oh my God. But, I mean, people are coming out in favour of Saints Row 4. But I was saying last week, it was like, I just zombified. Like, it was fun for a bit. But then it kind of got old very quickly. And I thought the structure of the game was very strange. So it's an open world game. You get superpowers. And there's all the missions are like broken down into like smaller missions that then equal the big mission. But the smaller missions are just clearing the side activities or cleaning up the world. And I'm like, that felt really kind of like lazy to me. Like, normally you get a game and it's you're playing it and it'll introduce you to a new activity, which will eventually be an activity that you can choose to do to clear the map. But the game was literally just like, oh, you start the mission, it's now going to just make you do the clear the map mission and then do another clear the map mission and then do... It's very repetitive. You do the same things pretty much over and over again. When you get a proper main story mission, that's a bit more interesting. They do a lot of... There are a lot of funny things happening. They are experimenting with a lot of different styles and genres. Like, there's some bits where it's like trying to do like a joke on Metal Gear Solid. There's also some Street Fighter stuff. So they are doing stuff. But I think after a while, you just become a bit fatigued with it. The Christmas DLC, which is what that was was so buggy. Like, the things just didn't work properly. They had collectibles that weren't trackable. We had to play it twice to get everything to show up or to work. It was just bad. It was like they hadn't really like properly finished it off. Things were just buggy and glitchy. I was like, oh, this is pretty trash. They also have a trophy where they want you to play the game for 40 hours. But the game does not have 40 hours of content. And I think it's a little bit presumptuous of them for them to think that you're going to play the game again to fill 40 hours of time. Like, don't put a time. Don't say, here's a trophy for playing our game for 50 hours when you have 20, 25 hours of content at best. That's just poor. That's just making people play your game for an unnecessary amount of time just because. Now, I know that we obviously didn't have to do it, but we're trying to do it for the trophy or whatever. But, you know... I feel like they had... Well, no, I know that they had this trophy in Saints Row 3. It was play the game for 30 hours because it was Saints Row 3. But you got that pretty much while playing the game. It just sort of happened and then you were just getting it naturally. Here, I finished the game. We got to the final mission and I still had 9 hours on the clock. And that was doing all of the DLCs as well. There's 2 DLCs and they're not like... They're about 4 hours. The first one's a bit longer. The first one was about 4 hours of content. The second one was like, 1 or 2 hours. So like doing that didn't even equal the time that you needed. So we both had to leave our PlayStations online overnight, just idling the game. So I went to bed, left it on, prayed that the electricity bill would be okay. Woke up the next day, and can you believe it? My controller had turned off, so none of my time had counted. So I had to do it again. That's why it took so long. it was just, we both just didn't enjoy it. In fact, we thought it was like the game that we least enjoyed playing together, but mainly due to the repetitive nature and the bugginess. Like some things, as we said, just didn't work properly. It was like it wasn't QA'd. I also, which is why I praise Gears of War, because Gears of War feels like a proper co-op game that was made to be played together. This feels like they tacked it on, but I don't really feel like it's always clear who's doing what. And I remember thinking this very early on, like, you would do something and it was kind of like whoever got to the button prompt first would then do something. So like if you're walking and you need to do something, you press triangle, this person will see the interaction, the person who pressed triangle, but the other person just won't see it, and it will be confusing, like what's going on. Are you, and they're like, oh, I'm doing a quick time event. You're like, oh, okay, I didn't know that you were doing something. Like, it just felt a bit like, okay, now we got to take turns to play the game. Or also they had like this ridiculous amount of challenges. Like, that's the other thing as well. They had grind. Like, there was a grind in this game. The grind didn't even fill out the 40 hours. And it was things like, get 250 kills with this gun, get 250 kills with this gun, get 200 kills with this superpower, like, and you would just play missions over and over again to just get the kills, because if you cleared the map out too much, then you wouldn't have enough people to kill to get these things. Like, there was a massive grind. The massive grind didn't even touch the sides of how much time this game wanted you to play. I'd forgotten about the challenges. Like, it was just like, I'm just going to stand here now and shoot this gun over and over again while these enemies spawn, and just wait. And there were so many of them, and it just went on and on and on, so that wasn't very fun. I also had another glitch in the other DLC where there was like a driving section, and I just didn't do any of the driving because my character kept like glitching through the wall, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll just wait for this to pass. Like, I guess it was kind of funny. It was kind of silly if you want that kind of stuff, but it kind of, I feel like it'd gone too far. It like fallen off a cliff. Like, it was just trying too hard to be something. The superpowers were good fun up to a point, and then you were just kind of over it. So if you want to play it, go for it. But I also don't think it's worth your time. I don't really think it's something you have to play. There's so many weird crossovers and tie-ins that don't really make any sense. You're just like, okay, everything's just trying to be funny for the sake of being funny. Like, sometimes we would just say to each other, grown-ups wrote this. Why did they think this would be a good idea? Nuts. So yeah, play it solo if you want to play it, because if you play it co-op, I mean, playing it co-op will make it slightly better, I guess, but it will still be a frustrating experience because certain things will only happen for certain people. It definitely treats the host as like the key person, because when the like, you have like a kind of a wanted bar of aliens, when the main alien comes, it will just focus on your first person, the host, and not you. Yeah, and some of, yeah, because that's it. Yeah, that was the weird thing. I'm just remembering now. So the collectibles tracked for both of us when we were playing the main game, but for the Christmas DLC, the collectibles didn't track across people. It's like, well, why have you made it that way? Why have you made it the main game? It's between us, and the co-op version, I mean, the DLC wasn't. But if I picked up a collectible, it then wasn't there for my co-op partner, so then they were missing. So we had to just play it. We had to play it separately. Very, very silly. So not good. I would advise... Oh, see you later, Chris J. I was too busy moaning about Saints Row. So has anyone else in the chat played it? I see Robert War saying that you played it. Have I ever played True Crime? The Streets of LA. I loved that. You packing me to hold dope. I did enjoy True Crime, The Streets of LA. There's a Trophy in Mafia 2 DLC that requires to drive 1,000 miles. The entire game, including DLC, doesn't even last long enough to drive 1,000 miles. That's bad. Yeah, we also used that DLC mission to farm the kills. Yep, definitely overstayed its welcome. Mortal Kombat has a trophy where you need to play with every character for 24 hours. They should never have trophies like that. What the hell? That's so bad. Like, how... That's you're asking too much of our time. I saw as well in the Tony Hawk's 3+4 trophy list, you need to complete the campaign with all the characters, and there's like 30 characters or something. It's like, do you think we've got nothing better to do? Look around. There are so many games. I get it. You want us to spend time with your game. Make it so we spend quality time with your game, not just wasting our time. We'll want to come back if it's good. Otherwise, there's so many games that we need to want to play. Oh yeah, I did hear the reboot was pretty bad as well. My God. I tried Saints Row 2 on the Xbox with mate, but got bored. Yeah, third was good. Third is goated. I got the plat. 4 I never finished. Yeah, Saints. That's why I feel like I was like, oh, let's play that. I remember playing Saints Row the third back in the day, and that was pretty fun. But yeah, they lost the magic somewhere along the way. I guess trying too hard to be funny. Catcall Injustice 2, Nuff said, I've heard of this trophy. It's an RNG trophy. Yeah, I've heard that one was a bad one. Oh, here we go. Dodo Pharrell knows. Sorry, drinking mouth noises for you there. Yeah, Tony Hawk's 3 plus 4 is a 39, is 39 playthroughs. It's got the plat recently. It's quite the grind. Like, why? Why do that? It's not good, is it? I had that in Thief where I had to finish the game after playing 15 hours. I had to wait in a cupboard for 7 hours. Like, don't over egg your pudding. If you haven't got that much time in your game, don't force it, is what I'll say on the matter. So, yeah, not a great co-op game. Probably one of the worst that I have played. So there is my warning to you that it sucks if you're thinking about playing it. But there we go. I guess we should talk about... Let's talk about the state of play before we run out of time. I think it's state of play time. So how can we sit here? We've gone a very long time and we've sat here and not talked about Wolverine. Woof, my God. Let's check in on the poll here. State of play rating, 51% of you are saying pizza, 32% of you are saying lukewarm soup, and 17% of you are saying dishwater pasta. So... state of play, I went to bed because I was tired, so I watched it in the morning, and then I didn't really know what I wanted to do while I worked from home, so I just put other people's reactions of the state of play on in the background, because it was easy not to pick something else to watch, and just keep watching reaction videos on low volume. So, how did it start? So we got Saros at the beginning, which was nice to see. I'm very much looking forward to that. I really liked Returnal, and this looks like a Returnal to form. Not, well, I say Returnal to form sounds like it lost, but Returnal's something I like. Does that work? So yeah, this is something I'm super looking forward to. Like, that game was just fun. Like, it's interesting because we all play a lot of games here. It's so interesting. Like, sometimes it's like, ooh, that game was fun. Like, I don't really know if I mean, the story was very interesting. I still don't really know what happened in the story. The story was like a hook, but it was the gameplay that kept you coming back. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, oof, I just can't wait to play it again and be like sucked back into being like, okay, gotta get good, gotta feel the skill, what's going on, what's happening. Like, love that whole vibe. So very cool to see more of that, and to see what. Oh, and we got a partial time, right? We know when it might be coming. I think that happened, right? So that is exciting. That's at the end of my year when I say what I'm looking forward to playing next year. Saros, looking forward to playing that next year. Next on the state of play that I was looking forward to, we got to see a bit more of Neo 3, although I feel like it didn't really tell me much about the game. It was just, you have to do what you need to do to be Shogun. Do you want to be Shogun? Yes, I want to be Shogun. Well, then show me what you got to be Shogun. And I don't really feel like I got a sense of the game or the gameplay, because that's another one where, again, it's just a good game for the gameplay. Like, you know, they always say gameplay is king, and sometimes, like, you know, I like playing The Last of Us. I like playing Red Dead Redemption. But for me, I don't think about the gameplay for those so much as like, oh, I can't wait to get in the world and find out the story. But when it's like Neo 2 and it's Saros, I'm like, oh, can't wait to get my hands on the controller and just play it and feel that satisfaction of... I think it's for those ones, like, there's definitely a skill thing to it. You start the game, you learn the game, and you move on, and at the end you're like, damn, I learned how to play the game. I got better. And that's what I like about those types of games. That's the genre that Lucy likes. Punching people in the face and like, oh, who are you? I heard your non-fascist footsteps in this busy town. Lucy doesn't like that. But I also like good meaty story where I sit down. Like, I'm not by any stretch of the imagination a cozy gamer, but I do like to be cozy while I play my games. I like to snuggle up. As you know, once I'm snuggled, I can't be unsnuggled. I enjoy that. Yeah, you don't. You're right. You don't play Neo for the story. So yeah, Neo was cool to see and get a date for that, because that one did get a date. I remember being like, February, we're cooking at the beginning of the year, and then of course Wolverine. Ooh, let's talk about Wolverine, then we'll go back to everything else, because I don't know what's going on. I just fucking wake up in the morning and just go to work and then just come back and just try and get a platinum, plan this show and go to bed and then rinse and repeat. So yeah, it was exciting to see that. Now, I don't know anything about Wolverine. I had to ask people at work, how do the claws work? I don't know. Are they part of him? Apparently they are. Were they attached to him? I don't know anything about Wolverine. I just know that he's a dude that Hugh Jackman played and he regenerates and he has claws on his hand. That's literally all I know. Oh, and apparently he says bub a lot because he's Canadian. That's it. That's all I know. But the gameplay, man. Ooh, I'm sure the story's going to be good as well. We haven't really seen what's going on, but oof. There was some I'm not a violent person by any stretch of the imagination. Like he said, I don't consider myself a violent... Oh no, was it more like, I don't consider myself a violent person? Or whatever he said. I'm not a violent person. But there was some stuff... Like, on a scale of this, we have Spider-Man. Very friendly, as he is known. Friendly Spider-Man, pretty, like, tame, easy. In the middle, we have Batman, who's a bit more, like, gritty, bit more hard. He's going to really punch you. And then we have over here Wolverine, who's just going to stab you through the face, and I'm here for it. Like, I didn't know I wanted this in life. I don't know why this spoke to me, but I was like, I want to rip somebody with these claws. Give it to me. I don't really know how the game's going to come together, but I hope it feels as satisfying to... That's what I think. Like, Spider-Man is fun. Batman is satisfying to, like, punch. I want that satisfaction. I want to sink my teeth into it. Like he's sinking his claws into it. That's what I want to feel like. I want to feel it. I don't know why I'm so aggressive suddenly. Like when the blood's coming down from his teeth. Like, literally. I wanted to play Wolverine just because, Spider-Man's good. And just because it's Insomniac. Now I want to play Wolverine because I just want to slice people up. What's happened? How has that happened? I don't know, but I just hope it feels so. I want to be slashing people left, right, and centre. Getting into those legendary boss fights with whoever those other people were. Because that guy was like, we have Mystique. We have somebody else. And we have Wolverine. Great. Love it. It's Berserker Rage. Is that what it's called? Wolverine and his barbarian energy. I'm guessing you've never seen the X-Men animated series with one of the goat No, I only watched, what was it? There was a TV show, Mutants or something, and they had the X gene or something like that. But I felt like it was... Oh, this is when I was kind of like falling out of the superhero genre of TV shows. I can't remember what this show was called. I feel like it had 2 seasons and maybe never moved on, but they were all like, oh, we hate people that have mutations, let's all lock them up in a church, but they also might help us. Something like that happened. I can't really remember. But yeah, Wolverine is he a mutant? No, he is a mutant, right? But was he man-made like Captain America, or was he born that way? Wait, that was the show Wolverine, was it? No, he wasn't in that, was he? Anyway, apparently his claws are like super, super sharp and like can literally cut through anything. So I guess that's cool. He is a mutant born that way. I was born that way, baby. I was born this way, baby. And so they made that the blood technology or something to really get the blood flowing. Like, watch the film. I don't know if I want to watch Wolverine. I do remember there was a guy in Big Brother, Marcus his name was. He was very inspired by Wolverine. He had these big mutton chops. He had hair that also went up like that, and he wore the tank top. He definitely was trying to pull a Wolverine on himself. But yeah, I'm just excited to play it, to be honest. I feel like, these are the type of games that PlayStation do well, and it's hard not to want to play something. I like, I don't really know anything about the game, but I'm hoping it's going to be something with a story, something that's going to feel punchy and is going to slice through the competition. I don't know what I'm saying here, but Wolverine was a mutant with he can heal, which I guess works well for a video game, because it could just have that thing where it's just like, he gets damaged, and then he heals when you don't take damage for a bit. He has fast healing, but evil people put... Oh, yeah, I wanted to ask about that. Put a metal skeleton in him, hence the claws. Yeah, I didn't understand because there was a bit of metal here, and I was like, what? But how do you put a metal skeleton in somebody? He's already got, fast regen. There's more. The adamantium reinforced his skeleton later. What? He was then captured and had... What is adamantium? Adamantium. Forcibly infused into his bones, which they could do due to his healing abilities. With a great lot of pain. What the hell? This is nuts. Are the films good? Do I care? I don't know. We're going to see the other people. They infused him with liquid metal, basically. Good Lord. Adamantium. Weird. Anyway, I just want to beat people up, so that's my opinion. That's my review of Wolverine. Looks good. Looks like I murdered some people some good ways, so yeah, and then I was walking down the street and I had got my claws out and then I just punched him and he went through him. I can feel my rage building up. So yeah, that'll be fun. I will learn a lot about Wolverine. I learn all my superhero stuff from the games. I never really watched a Batman until I played the Batman. I never watched a Batman until I played the Batman. So yeah, people thoughts, feelings from the other people. Are we also excited? Do we also just want to rip people apart? This is a new thing I found out about myself. A lot of button mashing coming up and I'm here for it. Yes. It's made of destructible metal. The first Wolverine was bad. The other two were good to great. Batman is my favourite superhero. I think he's cool. What's Logan about? Logan's that one which is kind of like The Last of Us, right? Can I just watch that and be done with it? I don't know if I care to watch a superhero film. Also, I don't really understand the X-Men. They live in the same world as Batman, but they're not. They're like a different thing. I don't know if they ever cross paths, do they? I don't know what goes on all these things, but yeah, I'm hoping that'll be good fun. And then was there anything else on the state of play? Okay, Logan is the last one, so watch it last. Oh, Logan is very good. Well excited for Wolverine. Was beginning to wonder about the game given it had been so long since first track. God, yeah, it was long. No, they are not with Batman. He is DC. Oh, Batman. So wait a second. You're right. Does Wolverine ever chat to Spider-Man? Because they didn't show up in the Avengers. What were they doing? Just slumming it out when the Infinity Stones happened. They were just like, let's keep a low profile here. I don't want us to be found out. So do they cross? I don't know. They don't live in the same world as Batman. Yeah, okay. Oh dear. I don't know anything. X-Men's Marvel and yeah. I don't. There's too many of them, and they're all slightly similar. It's just Wolverine goes for bears with beers. Sorry, Wolverine goes for bears at the weekend. Holy crap! Do they actually? Lucy should write a comic. Oh dear. Well, today I've learned about Marvel and DC. They're not the same. But yeah, what else happened? We had the God of War controller. We had, which, that sounds like it'd be a great controller for someone who may have played, God of War and God of War Ragnarok. But what can I tell you? The speakers. What else was there? Game-wise, we got... flight simulator. I suppose after those three, the three that I was interested in, the rest of it was kind of just like, yeah, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, then you don't. I think that was my sort of takeaway. There was, the big things and the things for everybody else, and I think that was pretty much the end of it. So I think, to be honest, it probably was lukewarm soup, still good, but yeah, there was a lot. I've never played a Deus Ex game. I want those speakers. My monitor doesn't have any. There you go. I should get that when I used to have my monitor. That would have been good. There you go, wrestle bears together occasionally. That's good to know. Alan Wake 2 on Plus. That was good. So yeah, pretty cool to see what the state of play has going on. The play is still happening, so that is good. We are glad to hear that. Quite happy they are bringing Tomb Raider Anniversary to PS4 via the Classics catalogue. Oh, wait, that's cool. Yeah. I've played Deus Ex Human Resolution, Mankind Divided, might consider remaster. No, I've never played them, ever. It's not really come up. I think I do have the disc for it, but yeah, that's the state of play. It has been stated until the next one, but it's always quite helpful when a state of play happens. So the final thing I wanted to talk about, and so I guess a slight... We've done a hard pivot now to this end bit, because I don't know where else it kind of existed in the show. But at the weekend, I went round to my parents' house, and Imogen wanted to watch this movie. And I don't know if I really wanted to watch it. I was kind of just in the mood to just watch YouTube and, do some like other thinking bits and bobs. And she was like, no, I want to watch this movie about this woman who gets a next door neighbor that makes her go crazy. And I was like, okay, this feels a little close to home, but I'll bite. So me and Imogen watched the movie called Restless. I mean, I say we watched it, Imogen watched it, and I watched it while being on my laptop and just looking over. Restless is the name of the film. Did it come out last year? I think it must have been on Disney Plus, which is how we watched it. So it's literally, the premise is literally that. And it's like a really weird film. I don't know if I can recommend it, but weird things definitely happen. But it did feel relatable, because I'm telling you, having a noisy next door neighbor does make you go mad. Like, I felt sorry for this woman, because I was like, I know, I've been there. So, but her situation was slightly different. So she lives in like a semi-detached house. So for those of you outside of the UK, a semi-detached house is a house where you and your neighbour share a dividing wall on one side, or a joining wall, but you don't have anyone next to you on either side. So you just have this one wall. So she lives in this house. See you later, Rich Gamer. She lives in this house, and she gets a new next door neighbour, and they're like drug addicts or something, and they just party all night, like literally. So part of me was like, yeah, but this is kind of unrealistic as well. I don't know if anyone is really like, firstly, how do they afford this house? How are they partying all night, every night? And they just never like, so she can't sleep because it's like right next to her wall, and she's like, so I get it. So she's basically, I think basically what it's trying to say is like, lack of sleep, which is true, just makes you go kind of like loopy, because you can't get a good night's rest, so you're always tired, and therefore you're agitated and you're irritated. I don't know if anyone will watch this movie, so I'm going to just put the spoiler hand up, because I don't really recommend watching it, but it is kind of like nuts. It's like one of those things you just put on, so I'm just going to like talk through bits of the story, because I thought weird things happen. And like, I get it. You do have crazy thoughts in your mind. You're like, oh my God. Like, remember I told you that one time I felt like buying juggling balls just so at night I could just, throw the juggling balls up at the ceiling to be like, shut up. As you get to your wit's end, sometimes I would just be like, I can't take it anymore. Like, it's crazy. So anyway, she has these neighbours. She goes around and talks to them. Some guy who's like a big drug dealer or whatever is like, yeah, all right, love, we'll keep the noise down. And then doesn't, and then he just doesn't do it. So obviously very frustrating. And she's like, look, I've asked you. And he's like, what's your problem, lady? Blah, blah, blah. And then she also asked him not to make sure that his dog doesn't poo on the lawn or something. Anyway, she gets like more desperate, and I think she tries to ask the other neighbours for help. Like, she obviously starts normal, but they don't want to get involved. So they're like, oh no, it's because again, they're not detached. They're semi-detached. She's the only one who's attached to the house, so she hears a do, and she's obviously doing the thing that I've done. Like, it's so weird how relatable some of these things. Like, she's sitting in her house wearing noise-cancelling headphones. I'm like, I've been there. She's like listening to classical music, trying to chill. She's obviously putting a podcast on, or rainforest noises. And then at one point, it's like, oh my God, the noise isn't go. Like, the music stops, and then she just hears them knocking the boots. And she's like, ah. So she gets really annoyed one day, and she likes baking. So she like bakes some cupcakes because she wants to like, or brownies or whatever, to like clear the air. She's like, maybe a peace offering will be what she needs to like be like, hey guys, can you? But this is where things start to get a bit weird. She picks up the dog poo from the garden and puts it in the brownie mixture, and then goes round and it's like, hi, it's a peace offering. Oh, I thought I'd make some brownies. And the guy picks it up, eats it, and goes, yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good, that, yeah. we'll make sure to cut the noise. So anyway, I was kind of like watching other things. I think she has like a guy who she's kind of like seeing but not seeing, but because she's like not herself, she's just like horrible to this guy. She's like, ah! And I think she goes around his house or whatever, and she just like falls asleep because she hasn't slept anywhere else. Like, I get it. And then she just can't take the noise. Now I think I don't know the woman what the name of the woman is, but it's a British film, and she was in Inside Man. She was David Tennant's wife in Inside Man. I think the house used to be her parents' house, the one next door. Like, she used to live next to her mum and dad and they died. So somehow she has a spare set of keys and she breaks into the guy's house and she stabs the speakers so that they don't work anymore. And I'm just like, I get it. That's something that I would think about doing, but you never do it because there's no good that's going to come. I know it's a movie, so obviously people are going to do bad decisions in movies, but it's like, that's never going to make it better. You're going to feel great for like 5 seconds and then you're going to be like, shit, what have I done? This is not going to end well. And of course, he comes back home, he goes to play the music and she hears him going, what the fuck? Why isn't this working? And she's like happy for a second. But of course, he knows it's her and bangs on the door and goes, I know it's fucking you. I know you've got a set of keys, you weirdo. You need to. And she's like then carrying her house. And then she admits that she has the keys and just puts them through the letterbox and gives them back to him. And I'm like, now you've admitted guilt. So obviously, then she lives her life and it's a bit nicer for a bit because there aren't any speakers anymore. But of course, he buys new speakers and it starts again. Now, this is the part of the film that I don't really remember what was happening. But I looked over and I was like, what the hell? And my sister was like, apparently she built like a ladder or a way to get from her loft into his loft to get into his house. I'm like, why does she keep breaking into his house? Like, it's kind of nuts. I don't understand. But obviously, you know, lack of sleep and not being able to, like, I get it. You do crazy things. Anyway, apparently she just breaks into his house a bunch and then eventually she just can't take it. I mean, I keep saying she just can't take it, but she literally can't take it. And she goes to his house with a knife and she's gonna like stab him or something. And she's like standing over the bed, waiting to do it. And then the bed sort of like, I wasn't too sure if it was like all in her head at this point. I wasn't too sure if she was like seeing things that weren't there or something. Like, obviously I felt that the noise was there. Oh yeah, but I think she was worried that he was like coming to her house and like she would be like falling asleep and thinking that he had broken into her house, which quite reasonable. She broke into his house. I think she was like going a bit crazy thinking that he was like doing stuff to her, but he wasn't or whatever. Anyway, she's there with the knife, gonna do God knows what, and then the bed ruffles and then she sees this like girl who's obviously in the bed with him, and then the scene cuts. Now there's a bit earlier where she has an altercation with this woman who's like proper like a heart, like one of those women who like I don't know how to describe it other than she's like a, you know, someone in the, I guess it's the estate. Not that they live on an estate, but she feels like someone who lives on an estate who knows a lot of like big guys who, if something's wrong, these big guys have got her back and they're gonna do you. So she kind of had a run-in with this woman before and she's like, you watch where you're going, blah, 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 I'll get blah, blah, blah on you. And she's like, oh, I'm really, really sorry. Anyway, the scene cuts from that. And she's on the phone. I'm like, hi, Jessica. I don't know, I'm just making that her name. Hi. Do you still cut Mandy's daughter's hair? I'm just going to call that woman Mandy. Yeah. Oh, do you speak to her often? Yeah. How's her daughter doing? How's Lily? Yeah. I'm just making up names for these characters. If you see her mum, can you just tell her that I've just seen her 15-year-old daughter in my next door neighbour's bed? Thanks. And then puts the phone down. And then the next scene is she sitting on a chair with her headphones on, listening to classical music. And then in slow motion, this woman comes. And she's like, with all of these big, burly men. She's like, and you don't really hear this. And they come and they bash down this guy's door. And this one I was thinking like, oh my God, I wonder if that girl was actually there. Like maybe she just hallucinated it. Like what was it? Was it real? And so they drag this guy out. He's in his pants and they're beating the living hell out of him, like beating him to crap. And then they pull out and the daughter was actually there and she's like, oh man, why? And then this guy. They're like, his pants are falling down and he scarpers off into the sunset. And then that's the end of the film. She wins. She then goes on a date with that guy and she lives a happy life and that guy never came back again. The end. It was so weird. Like, that's why I was like, I'm just going to tell you the plot of the film because I don't really feel like it's worth watching. But bizarre things happen that I just wanted to talk about. It's quite funny to watch a film about something that you can kind of somewhat relate to. So that's how she got rid of him. And I don't really know if that's a good moral of the story. Like, I got rid of my neighbour by just outliving him or just waiting. I don't think he was. Maybe he just didn't know that she was underage, and then that was the way that woman was like, now I've got him. I've got something on him. And, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I think that's... I don't really... In the UK, well, everywhere 15 is illegal. And they all lived happily ever after, aside from the neighbour. Yeah, exactly. That's how the film wrapped up. This was a film called Restless. No, I just waited. Waiting also works. Just waiting for the other person to leave. I mean, I guess it's a bit harder in her situation because she owned her place. But I guess that guy also owned the place next door. So, very strange film. But I just thought it was a bit bonkers, which is... He's still running in his pants this day. Yeah, there's like bum cracks hanging out as he scarpers off. For some reason, he's wearing pants that are too big for him. The movie name was Lucy's Neighbour. No. But I was just like, it's one of those things where you're like, oh man, you're making it worse. And she did just keep making it worse. So there's the moral of the story. You might want to do vindictive things, but don't do it. It's always going to end in tears. And but I just think that the way that the film, Lucy's Toy Boy just waiting. Oh my god, he's gone, hooray! And I all lived happily ever after. And then I went to the duck pond with the guy that I was being mean to. The end! Yeah, very strange. I just couldn't believe that the film just ended like that. And I was like... So he didn't come back to his house after that. Like, they'd beaten him up so badly that he was like, oh my god, screw the mortgage. Oh my god, I forgot the other crazy bit that happened. Oh my god, I just remembered there was another bit. So she has a cat that she loves, and the cat goes missing, and she's like, you guys killed my cat, I'm sure of it. And they're like, why would we kill your cat? And she's like, it's because I keep saying that your dog's shitting on the lawn, that's why, and I know you've killed it. And so then she like kidnaps, somehow she's able to like kidnap one of the guy's friends, and like, I'm like, how? She's not a big lady, she's a very small woman. So she's like telling him off or whatever, and then he's having a house party, and again she breaks into his house again and finds the dead cat under the bed in the spare room, and it's like, that's I think that's what tips her over the edge actually. She's like, no, Nibbles has died, no, they killed Nibbles. And then she like was sobbing with her headphones on. Nibbles. Wrapping it up in a blanket. And that's when she's like, I'm gonna kill you for killing my cat. Odd. Still don't know how she kind of kidnapped a guy and put him in the boot of her car. And I don't know what she did with him. I wasn't paying attention. So yeah. Anyway, that's Locking It Down with Lucy. That's Locking It Down with Lucy. We talked about games. We talked about weird things. Now it's the end of the show. And the credits roll. This episode was brought to you by Lucy. That's me. The music was brought to you by Chris J. That's them. They have gone to bed. And everybody lived happily ever after till tomorrow. Bump. Thank you. I shall return tomorrow for more Indiana Jones. I'll try and keep the LudiXP in chat. In check. I can't speak anymore. I need to go to bed. I'm tired. All right. Goodbye. I hope Nibbles is the cat in Cyberpunk. Is it actually? Wow. Thank you so much. Let's end the poll. So State of Play rating was 16% of you say dishwater, 33% of you say lukewarm soup, and 51% of you say pizza. Thank you for watching. I hope you all had a lovely, lovely evening, and I shall see you all tomorrow, and I will do my YouTube homework at the weekend. All right, I will see you guys later. Goodbye, and happy birthday, PlayStation. Goodbye.